Hey everybody, thanks for joining us here at PowerModz. I'm Louis Skibo. You know what, we can't miss the Eganville Snowmobile and Parts Swap Show. We come here every year. They have all kinds of cool stuff. You know I'm an antique sled guy at heart. You see the old Elands here in the background. I'm gonna have to go check those out. Let's take a walk through here and we'll check out all the parts and pieces and the cool old sleds. You know, this was the first sled I owned. What year is this one?
I believe it's an 80.
It's an 80, okay. I owned a 76. I woke up Christmas Day and there was a 76 76 Motoski Spirit sitting in the front yard, which is basically the same as an Elan, right?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, this one it came from a guy that bought it for his daughter, and I'll bet you, he said she rode it one winter.
Yeah.
And then it sat in their drive shed.
Yeah.
And the sun deteriorated the seat and stuff, but he said, I'll bet you it hasn't got a tank of fuel through it.
Boy, you know, it is in good shape, eh?
Yeah, it's in really good shape.
Geez, you know, it is in pretty darn good shape.
It's gonna be mine.
You know, you can tell you can tell the condition of these old sleds by looking at that gas tank. It hasn't.
It's not yellow.
That's right. It hasn't had a lot of fuel.
No.
Hasn't had a lot of fuel through it. It's got even has the clutch guard on it there.
Yeah.
Wow. Pretty nice. Let's check out the track. Looks like a little Elan clutch. How much you asking for that? I'll give you 20 bucks. How's that sound?
More electric. This way.
That's pretty cool, eh? I bet you do. How much is that? Oh yeah, eh? They're hard to find. I know. Yeah.
Ownership with this.
Hey?
Ownership with it too.
Yeah, yeah.
New batteries, got a carb clean. It's oil injected.
Wow, they're a pretty cool little sled. You don't see too many of these old snow scoots around.
Daddy, how much does it cost?
We've checked out one side of the track. I'm telling you, there are more people here than usual, which is really nice to see. You know, some years it's sort of hit and miss with the weather, but we're lucky this year. I'm gonna head over to the other section there. There's a whole bunch of old sleds that are all fully restored, some nice looking machines. Let's go check it out.
What's a lot of time it since?
Daddy, it is a sleep belt.
Wow, look at that. It's an old Elite. What? I think they had a 464 in that. 1982. Check out the wood grain, the wood burl.
Daddy, there's an alternate color something. On that, and it says please keep on. Nice tool.
Yeah, this one's a little before my time, I'll admit that. Pretty nice. I asked my wife if we could get this. She wouldn't go for the Swinger.
How about it won't move if you want. It'll go.
Okay, I'll be honest, I do have some ulterior motives for coming here. I got this IQR chassis. A fella brought it from Alliston for me, saved me about a 10-hour round trip drive. So he brought this here for me. This is going to be the new mod sled. It's going to be a IQR mod 159 with a 600 and an 800 top end on it. It's just going to be pretty cool. So we're here to pick this up today too. You know, might pick up a vintage sled, but we got to get this as well. Hey, there's Daryl. How are you?
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, pleased to meet you too.
So there you go.
Yeah, yeah. I know what my favorite is.
We have smart, passionate people who are working on. Do we need?
So Kevin, it's nice to be here at the show. You know, I've been coming here for years, but when did all this start?
This is the 13th year. I believe the first show was actually in 1999, and we skipped a year in along there, but this is the 13th year we've run steady. It's been growing pretty much since the day it started. we've always had a good turnout. Right now we have 70 snowmobiles registered, or maybe upwards of 90 snowmobiles actually here. Our parking lot is quite full, and our vendor area is quite full as well. It's been a great day.
Well, I know it's definitely been growing. Just you can tell by that parking lot the way it is full. Because I've been here a few years, and you know, a lot of it has to do with the weather too. Because a lot of these guys come from pretty long distances to get here, right?
Yes, we have a group here that come from North Bay. We have a gentleman here from Hearst, Ontario, and a gentleman here from Woodstock, Ontario today. So,
Well, that's great because we need old parts. We need these parts to keep our oldies running, and it's a great networking area as well, right?
it is, yes. You can't just go down to your local dealer anymore. A lot of these snowmobiles haven't been made in a long time, and the manufacturers are long gone, or even some of them, the manufacturers are still there, but they no longer deal in snowmobiles. Manufacturers like Massey Ferguson, tractors, but snowmobiles, they don't do them anymore. So the parts are where you can find them, and you have to travel sometimes, and you have to network. You have to get on the internet or show up at shows like this.
Well, I got to thank you for taking the time to talk to us here today. We love coming to the show. We'll be back again next year. We like to come because we're local. We got to, highlight these shows and keep them alive in our area. So thanks very much for having us.
Well, thanks for coming out and seeing us today.
Well, that just about wraps it up for us. Another successful show here in Eganville. We love coming here and supporting this kind of show. We have to keep these old vintage sleds alive. Thanks for watching PowerModz. I'm Louis Skibo.